Hey everybody, Dr. Gigglez here from Hauntapolooza PODCAST, and in today's video we are going to review 13th World Sisters of Salem once again, because we went again and we wanted to see how this attraction evolved over their haunt season. They're closed for the season now, they'll reopen next year, but let's get into this review. And before we do, make sure that if you're new here, you click that subscribe button. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Make sure you like it. Make sure you help share. Help us spread the word. Help us get out there in the world for everybody. Also, leave us a comment if you've been, what you thought about it, if you think about going to it, and so on and so forth. And I'm also, at the end of the video, going to link the full walkthrough of this haunt, so that way you can see and you get a complete visual. The haunt allowed us to do this. So without further ado, let's get on into it. All right, like I was saying before, they allowed us to film it the very first time from that review, and we filmed it this time as well too. I haven't gone through that footage yet. We're going to release that soon, but we are going to attach at the end. You can click the full walkthrough after you see this review. This way you get an idea of what we're talking about and all that. Now, nothing changed in the sense of theming and characters and stuff like that. Everything stayed the same. It was a lot busier. Unfortunately, there was like a Congo line, and everybody knows I hate Congo lines, but there was nothing they could really do about that. There was so many people that they had no choice but to form the Congo line. And for once, I'm not gonna attack somebody for that, only because the touch option. Now, usually when you go on, and you know, we had a group of what was it, 6 of us going through, but because we kept bumping into people and there was so much chaos and there was so many, you know, people getting plucked around and everybody losing each other, and it made for a chaotic scene, almost like it was meant to be just that chaotic. And I was actually happy with it, which was weird. You know, when you go to a regular haunt like Haunted Graveyard, Haunted Overload, Fairtown, the Congo lines don't work as much, especially when you don't have the touch immersive option to it. Like when it's Extreme Fairs, if they had Congo lines a little bit, I think it would be like crazy, because you're like just ripping people out and doing things, and it's just everybody's going which way, you don't know what's going on. And I think in the midst of all the chaos, in this case with 13th World, it worked. It was just like, think of like an end of the world scenario where everybody's scrambling, running for their life, and people are trying to kill them, and it just so happens to be you or I or anybody could be getting plucked out and murdered. That's just what it felt like. It was like an end of the world. It's kind of cool, and maybe they should do that next year. I don't know. Not that I want a Congo line all the time, and I want a more a little bit personal experience, but I think with all the chaos and stuff, it worked out okay. Like I said, it was like an end of the world vibe, and it's just like no matter where you went, people getting plucked and whatever, and you'll see how crazy it is when we release that video. It was pretty crazy. I mean, I have nothing against it. For once, the Congo line worked in its favor. It just gave me this crazy, and I can't believe I'm saying that, like, use the Congo line in this kind of environment like that. It's kind of reverse of what I always say. I hate Congo lines, ruins the experience. But people are just getting plucked and messed with and everything, and it was crazy. Again, it was still awesome. We had a ton of fun. I mean, the main thing that I'm going to be talking about, you know, besides like the chaos, is just the evolution of the actors. From the video that you'll see is opening night after this. So, and then the next video that we show with the walkthrough will be the evolution of how the actors reacted, you know, so you can compare the two of the evolution of the actors growing into their character, growing into the haunt, getting confident, getting, just getting it, and it showed. I mean, like some areas in this, you know, in the first night were crazier than others, and then you go into. Basically, it would end up being closing night the Saturday, because Sunday it rained and they closed. That you could totally see the difference. Like the actors like nailed it down. They were going like the prison area was nuts. Like it was crazy. It was just chaotic, and people. It was just like pure pandemonium. Like it really made me feel like an end of the world kind of thing. They really like made you feel in each section, each different themed area, that you felt like you were in it. And they were like you know, the actors really like got into it, did it. I mean, from the kids to the adults, whoever was working did a phenomenal job, and I applaud every single one of you for doing what you did, because I know it's difficult. You're always trying to find the line of when you're doing a touch option in a haunt, you don't want to hurt anybody. So you're trying to find a line, stay in character, not hurt a guest coming through, but still keep them immersed and do what you do, and that shine, and it showed. Like, it just legit was just one of those things where it just came through. All the dominoes fell in the proper sequence, and it was great. Like, we all thought, like, it was awesome, you know, and if there was anything else that could have done whatever, like, it was just a perfect scenario. It felt like the end of the world. There was complete and utter chaos. There was, the actors were on their game. They were just doing it. And I love that. Like, they got a little bit more ballsy, you know, with the chainsaws and stuff, because usually everybody know, and if you don't know, I'm giving away an industry secret, but you should know anyway. The people using the chainsaws, there's no blade on it, so you're never going to get cut. So, you know, I had one guy at some point, I mean, he rubbed that thing all over my boobies, my butt, my junk, my legs, my butt, like I had it all over me. Like, I knew it wasn't real, but it was just crazy that that was like the first time that I really got touched like that with a chainsaw, and I didn't mind at all. I know some people might mind or whatever, but I gotta say that all the scare actors in there, they did a phenomenal job of, with the touching, the chaos, not going overboard. It was just the right amount. It wasn't like, oh yeah, we're gonna kill you, and we killed you for real. Nobody got hurt. Everybody had fun, and it was just perfect. It was just the perfect way of whatever they could do. I have no complaints, and for that, because they upped the ante. The actors did a great job. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. Like, we got out of there. We were pumped. We were amped. We're like, yes, this is awesome. Like, it was great. Like, it really was great. We loved it. Like, it's not no, I'm not shilling. The owners didn't say, hey, make sure you say this. They respect the honest feedback. Like, I talk to the owners all the time, and I say, hey, this works, this don't work. Hey, baby, try that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't try to overtake their haunt. They know what I'm saying. And super shout out to you guys. I don't want to start spreading your names out to everybody, but the people that I've interacted with at the haunt were awesome. Between the actors, the owners, the managers, and all that stuff. And it was really good. Like I said, we all had a phenomenal time. They did a great job. And to the people that, you know, that own the haunt, you guys did something special this year, getting your actors, like, you know what I mean, on the ball. To all the actors, you did a phenomenal job. To all the builders and anybody, even the people at the cashier, everybody, you guys did a phenomenal year this year. I can't wait to see what you guys do next year, and I can't wait to see everything get kicked up and see if you guys can replicate the awesomeness that you guys had. You know, again, like I said, if you hire the right actors, it doesn't matter what your haunt looks like. If you can keep people immersive inside the environment that you're in per scene, and people are feeling it and believing it and scared or however they're reacting, you did your job. And that's all you can ask for. It'd be different if you had like a movie set and your actors did nothing and sat there like a sack of bricks. You know, a turd is still a turd no matter how much you shine it. In this case, you didn't have that. You guys have some really good sets. You guys have some really good actors, so you should be proud of that. You guys stepped up, because everybody knows last year, and I said it in the first review, that we weren't fans of it last year. I mean, they didn't have the touch option, and we, you know, Danielle and Jimmy told the owner to the face, ew. But this year, we're like, whoa, like, it was way, but like, they totally turned the tides and did a phenomenal job. So kudos to you guys, and hopefully you guys, if you went and you watched this and you went, if you agree, disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you haven't gone, go watch the video and then come back and comment and see if you still agree or disagree, or if you plan on going next year, because next year the theme's going to be different. I have no idea what it is. I have no idea what's up their sleeves, and we'll see what happens. So anyway, so like again, make sure you click subscribe. Help us share this video and help us get it out there so that more and more people can get in on this, and you know, and all that, and then we can just keep growing together. So anyway, thank you guys again for watching. Totally appreciate it, and I will see you guys soon. Till next time, everybody. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye, guys.
bye. It was nice knowing you.
Wow, this is cool.